Hello, I'm Alex, the Bacano insurance journalist. I got several passions in my life. Saving money on insurance is one of them, and making sure that you save money as well is another. I want to talk today about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, a topic that really resonates with me, a topic that really has a hold on me, not only as a man, but also as a father. I'm gonna tell you right now, the one topic that we need to discuss that nobody else is discussing is how do we handle children, divorce, and health insurance. Divorce is one of those things that's painful, it's awful, it hurts, it stinks, it is not good for anyone. It's not good for me, it's not good for you, it's not good for anyone. I don't care who it is. There's a lot of people that have this notion nowadays that say, hey, divorce is better than a long-term relationship that you're not happy in. Humans change over time, who knows, right? But the one constant, the one thing that we do know is that divorce is hurtful to everyone, including especially the children. Now, kids are more resilient than we give them credit for. They're really tough little things, right? But one of those responsibilities that we have in separating, in divorcing, in not staying together is making sure that our kids are looked after. And one of those ways that we can ensure that they're being looked after is by guaranteeing they have access to quality health care through health insurance. But now here's the catch, here's the problem. When couples separate, who is gonna keep the children on their policy? Who is gonna be the one contributing to that? Who is gonna make the decisions regarding care? And how will they be reimbursed? Seems pretty straightforward, but these little details, these little areas, these little flashpoints is where we all have issues. Every single one of us. There's not a single human being on this planet that's gonna say that they don't have a flash issue with this. Of course, everybody does. There's not a single person who can sit here and tell me that they can have that conversation in a divorce setting with a former partner and then still feel comfortable in that discussion. It's not easy. It's not something that can be done. So let's think about this for a moment, all right? What are some concerns that we have in this process of divorcing and healthcare? We have to ensure that our children do not lose contact with their provider, their pediatrician, their dentist, those people who have looked after them a while, because we know that the moment that we start going from provider to provider, our health outcomes suffer. There's a lack of communication, there's a lack of tracking that takes place, and that is detrimental to anyone, let alone children who are in their development. So now we start asking questions. Who has the more stable insurance? Meaning, which parent is least likely to suffer job loss? Which parent is least likely to have interruptions in health insurance? That parent should be the one who keeps the child, regardless of what happened. Don't care if someone did this or someone did that, does not matter. That person needs to maintain the child on their policy. But now the next part of this conversation kicks in. What about the reimbursement? What about care? That has to be established early on. You have to make the decision to say, hey, look, this is the process that we use in order to be able to make decisions, in order to reimburse, regardless of how we feel about the outcome. Because if one parent feels that there's a particular reason or particular injury or particular thing that's happening that the child needs care for, they should be able to make that judgment call. And the other parent should abide by it. But that's easier said than done. Another consideration that we have in this whole matter too is the difference in shallow and deep networks. Now, this may sound like a bit of a conundrum for you, a bit of a confusing thing, deep, shallow networks. I'm referring to health insurance, and I'm referring to the fact that health insurance has networks, what we mean in and out of network, when our providers are covered by our health insurance. Now, children have pediatricians, they have dentists, but what they sometimes have, especially in regards to divorce, is a therapist, is a counselor. And a regular network may have enough depth for you to be able to go to your doctor, your dentist, but we start running into issues when we start talking about mental health. It is one of those gray areas where traditional insurance policies and carriers are struggling to create a robust system of therapists, counselors that you're able to access through your health insurance. It's not unheard of for people to not have a single therapist or counselor within a certain geographical area and then forego that therapy or counseling. And for children, that's harsh, that's tough, because children, especially because of developing emotions and their puberty and everything else that's taking place, need to have a constructive outlet for a lot of these feelings, a lot of these emotions, a lot of these hardships. And it also helps the parent to be able to see what the child is going through in order to dial back emotions, or maybe understand what some of the touch points are that are becoming very difficult for not just the parent, but also for the child. And this is the tricky part. That's why we have to make sure that the decision regarding health insurance is done in a way that's constructive. I've made some videos in the past in which talked about other forms of insurance, dental insurance, car insurance. Make sure to check those out. They may be of use in understanding some of these concepts and ideas. But I also want to go ahead and hear from you. What are some things that you noticed? What are some things that you went through? What are some things that took place in your situation that you had to confront, that you had to deal with, that you had to sort of restructure and arrange, that you had to come up with innovative solutions? Make sure to go ahead and share those in the comments below. I always want to hear from y'all. I want to kind of make sense as to what's taking place in your lives. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That really does help grow the channel. As always, thank you for everything. Take care of yourselves. Bye.